This is the Tigers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Detroit Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome into a live Locked On Tigers postcast, and that was a bit of a drag, if we're all being honest. My name is Jake Riepma. You can follow me on Twitter at Jake_Riepma, and this is the Locked On Tigers postcast. Unfortunately, the Tigers dropped the series opener against the St. Louis Cardinals, and after a weather delay, that just added a little insult to injury. 11-4 the final. But frankly, it was over. Even really felt like it was over before that rain delay. But the Cardinals come out with 6 runs in the 7th, right after the rain delay, to really slam this one shut. But lots to get into. Tough night overall. Bad weather that we'll discuss. And Reese Olson going to the injured list, as well as some other news and notes to get into. But this one you just chalk up as one that you move on past. And of course, we'll have our turning point, player of the game, and so much more. It's all next on a live Locked On Tigers postcast. Thank you for making the Locked On Tigers postcast your post-game destination, free and available wherever you get your podcasts, and of course on YouTube as well. It's all part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team each and every day. Now, buckle up, dial it in, and let's go ahead and kick it off right away. Your comments are always welcome, so get in that comment section. Let me know what you're thinking, what you made of this one. But we begin with our Talking About segment.
This is what you'll be talking about.
You look at the box score in this one, and you will see the 6-run 7th inning jump out to you, but you will also see the 3-run 5th inning for the Cardinals, where they took control of this one. And Keider Montero, not the best start of his career by any means, and at times it looked like he was getting rocked around a little bit. But that 5th inning where Nolan Arenado was able to get an RBI on the ground out, and then just the way the Cardinals just continued to add traffic to the bases throughout that inning, allowing the crooked number to go up and really take control of this one in the 5th to go up 5-0, and just no offense from this Tigers team. Sonny Gray on the bump for the St. Louis Cardinals. He gets his 4th win of the season, 6 scoreless innings. You knew he wasn't going out there after the rain delay in this one, but man, he just shut this Tigers offense down. 10 strikeouts. I mean, Sonny Gray's 10 strikeouts, he was just mowing them down. No other way to put it. And you look at some of those pitching statistics for Sonny Gray, and the way he was just able to get the first pitch strike, really, really important and really, really critical in this one. As far as swing and misses for Sonny Gray, he had 13 of them, and the first pitch strikes, 13 batters of the 21 that he faced were first pitch strikes. So he was attacking the zone, and this Tigers offense really had no answer for him. But let's get into those comments, because I'm curious how everyone else feels after a little bit of a bummer of an evening. And I know it's a little bit later on the East Coast, a little after 11. So I appreciate you staying up late with us here on a live Locked On Tigers postcast. We begin with Rufus T. Cat, who says, "Now I know why Garfield hates Mondays." Yes, it was the most Monday of Monday games that I can remember. And I think I mentioned it, but I'll go ahead and repeat it. This was just the second series, or the Tigers had lost 2 series openers coming into this game. So this is just the 3rd series opener they've lost in 16 series, which is rather impressive to get to this point, having only lost 3 series openers. But the Cardinals had it the entire evening. Demetrius McNeil is up next. Sonny Gray was spot on his pitches, and the Tigers couldn't score against him. Come back next game, still the best record in baseball. However, that's a good point. I mean, you play 162 of these. You're going to have nights like these. You're going to have nights where the opposing pitcher is dotting the corner, painting the black, however you want to put it. And that's a part of the process. Thomas Rontandi says Montero sucks. And I don't disagree. I think I'd put it a little bit differently in the sense that he has value and has shown flashes of being a guy that can pitch at an elite level. I know it was the Colorado Rockies, but it wasn't that long ago. He went 8 innings in a game. And again, It's the Colorado Rockies. Totally get that. Totally understand. You're not going to hear me, praise a guy that mows down a AAA batting lineup like the Colorado Rockies are. But at the same time, there's proof of him showing flashes of being a really productive pitcher in this league. Mark says Olsen hurt is concerning. We'll get into that. And actually, let's go ahead and get into it now. So it's a ring finger injury that was the reason he left after the 85 pitches against the Toronto Blue Jays on Saturday, which obviously we talked about at great length on the postcast on Saturday, and it makes a lot more sense now with Reese Olson going to the injured list. Hopefully it's not long, it's not a long stint. It's just a short stint, and it's the 15-day injured list. I believe retroactive to that Saturday start, which would have been the 17th, but I'll double check that because that's a big loss for this Tigers team. 15-day injured list, and Chase Lee is recalled from AAA for that. So, and it's also worth noting that Jack Flaherty's start was pushed back to Thursday. So it'll be a bullpen game Wednesday in St. Louis. So moving things around, it'll be good to have Flaherty go on Thursday against the Guardians back home. All right. Thomas Rontandi just not feeling positive tonight. That's okay. Please no more Colt Keith in the 3-hole, too inconsistent. Yeah, tough night for the entire offense tonight. I mean, I hate to look at this lineup and say, yeah, this one's on Colt Keith, but you look at Kerry Carpenter at the top of the order, 0 for 4. You look at Gleyber Torres in the 2 spot, 0 for 3. Colt Keith, 0 for 4 in the 3 spot. Riley Green had 1 hit, and so the majority of the production coming from the bottom of the order, led by Dylan Dingler, who had just barely missed that home run. Maybe that could have changed the game. But that one out double he hit, I thought off the bat for sure it was a home run. Did not carry enough to clear the yard. But at the same time, you lose 11-4 with the Tigers getting 3 runs in the 9th when it was pouring down rain. I mean, there's not really any ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's a game the Cardinals were the better team. All right, couple more to get to. Mark says, had a feeling we'd lose. Montero isn't even a top 5 pitcher on the Tigers team. LOL. 2 Cats says, since 04-05, Leafs have won 2 playoff series. Since then, the Buffalo Sabres, who haven't made the playoffs in 14 years in a row, have won double the amount of series. LOL at the Leafs at their best. You know what? I mean, it's one of those nights where, yes, this is a Locked On Tigers baseball postcast show, but I'm running through the comments and we see one making fun of the Maple Leafs. I'm not gonna read that. I mean, that would be crazy. That would be crazy not to read a little Leaf slander there, which is good stuff. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break and continue to break this one down. We'll look ahead at tomorrow's game. Tomorrow, the Tigers taking on the Cardinals with Tarik Skubal going, so much better odds and a better outlook to turn the page tomorrow. So don't go anywhere. We'll continue this live Locked On Tigers postcast in just a moment. This episode of the Locked On Tigers postcast is brought to you by Wonderful Pistachios. If you're looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious, crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're backed with fiber and better-for-you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. That's right, to help keep you feeling fuller longer. I love the no shells variety, perfect for the grab-and-go snack. So on those busy days, if you're at your desk or maybe you're going on a road trip and you just need that quick protein boost, well, that's a good go-to. And if you love cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch in the shell options, that's a classic favorite as well. Maybe you like the little challenge of cracking open the pistachios. Either way, get snacking, get cracking with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Today's episode of the Locked On Tigers postcast is also brought to you by friends over at FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never, ever been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. And if you want to turn that $200 bonus in bets to add the excitement with your first $5 bet that hits, well, that's on the table for you as a new customer. And if you've read up on who's heating up and who is the best player to bet on, why not back it with a same game parlay? That's one of my favorite go-to moves on the betting app. So if you're new to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up. Head over to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. That's FanDuel.com. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. All right, Locked On Tigers postcast. Appreciate everybody staying up late with us, even though there's, to be frank with you, not a lot to recap or get into. I guess worth noting, after Montero gave up the 3 runs in the 5th inning and the 5 runs altogether, the bullpen that came in that 7th inning, bottom of the 7th inning after the rain delay, just not good. I mean, you're talking about Brevia just serving up meatball after meatball after meatball. He gets just 1 out, gives up the 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, and just a not a good performance tonight from our guy John Brevia, and one that he'd like to have back for sure. But hey, how about Tomas Nido pitching in that bottom half of the 8th inning and in the bottom half of the 8th, and getting it out in the 7th as well. So good stuff there from Tomas Nido, catcher to catcher, but he being on the mound in a pitching form. All right, let's get into our turning point segment.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I think this game turned when the Tigers were unable to capitalize on any opportunities, with leaving guys on base early on in some of those innings and not getting anybody plated until that 8th inning. I mean, the offense really just took them out of this game. Keider Montero certainly didn't pitch well enough to win by any means, but you go, through that list in the top half of the first, obviously the 1, 2, 3 inning, but in and the second as well. But you get the Dylan Dingler double in the 3rd in just a 1-0 game, and you think, man, that was close to a home run, but can you find a way to get him in? Instead, it's a Nikhil Padu strikeout, Carpenter strikes out, and that was more of the same throughout the course of the game. So when a pitcher shuts down the opposition the way Sonny Gray shut down the Tigers with 10 strikeouts and 6 scoreless innings, and you give up a 6 spot in the 7th inning, you're not gonna get into a lot of games, and that's a pretty easy way of putting it. How about our player of the game?
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
It's Sonny Gray. I mean, you got to give him credit the way he shut down this Tigers team. And I mean, depending on how the game would have played out, had there not been a rain delay and had it not been as lopsided, that could have been one of those special performances from Sonny Gray. But the way it worked out, I mean, he'll take the 6 innings, 6 scoreless innings, and the win. And the Cardinals have been playing some great baseball. I mean, make no mistake about it. I was having this conversation with someone today, and it's funny. Sometimes you forget that all of these major leaguers are exactly that, and you feel invincible. And why not? The Tigers entered with the best record in baseball. They had won 4 of their last 5 series, and that's all still on the table. You can still win the series and come back strong the next 2 days. But I fall victim of that. I think you feel like you're never going to lose a game again, and that's a good feeling to have. And certainly this baseball team will be right back at it tomorrow with Tarik Skubal going on the mound for the Tigers. Let's continue to stay in touch with the Locked On Tigers postcast and keep you updated on everything that we've got going. A little programming announcement, housekeeping, if you will. I'll also be doing the Locked On Tigers daily show as Scott Bentley takes a brief leave on the Locked On Tigers channel. Had some stuff come up personal. I honestly don't know the extent of the details, but Scott's our guy. We wish him, absolutely all the best and whatever he needs from us, and we'll support him in every sense of the word. So that's on the Locked On Tigers daily show, which we'll knock out here and have it up on the channel for tomorrow as well. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Tigers fall to the Cardinals, final score of 11-4. And the Cardinals take the opening game of the series. Back at it tomorrow night with a 7:40 first pitch. Tarik Skubal on the bump for the Detroit Tigers. Talk to you then. Thanks as always. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Locked On Tigers Postcast.